In July 2025, the SeaWorld, a battered cargo vessel flagged under Comoros but carrying Turkish-marked cargo, drifted toward Puntland's remote coast. Its arrival near Burita and Kalula was anything but routine. This was no ordinary maritime mishap. The Puntland Maritime Police Force, funded by the UAE, was dispatched not to rescue but to intercept. Intelligence warned of undeclared weapons in the ship's hold. The PMPF boarded and confirmed this was a ghost ship, packed with arms, not commercial goods. The seizure instantly escalated a local incident into an international crisis. The ship's journey from China through Port Sudan to Somalia hinted at a shadowy network. Its intended destination, Mogadishu, seat of the Somali federal government. But Puntland's intervention turned the vessel into a symbol of a deeper conflict. The federal government's silence spoke volumes, revealing a covert operation gone awry. For Puntland, this was a bold assertion of autonomy, a message that its territory would not be a corridor for clandestine arms. The SeaWorld's capture marked the start of a geopolitical storm. Inside the SeaWorld, authorities found a modern arsenal, armored personnel carriers with Turkish insignia, anti-aircraft systems, military trucks, and crates of small arms. This was no small smuggling operation. It was a state-level transfer, allegedly for a Turkish-trained Somali army unit. Puntland, kept in the dark, saw the shipment as a direct threat and a violation of protocol. The discovery deepened mistrust between Puntland and the federal government, fueling fears of a shifting power balance. The weapon's origins, possibly Azerbaijan, facilitated by Turkey, added intrigue. For Puntland, stopping the ship was about more than law enforcement. It was self-preservation. The incident exposed the risks of unchecked arms flows in a fractured nation. Before authorities secured the SeaWorld, chaos erupted. Locals from Burita and Kalula boarded the stranded ship, looting rifles, pistols, and ammunition. Young men flaunted their new weapons on TikTok and Facebook, broadcasting the breakdown of arms control to the world. The viral images were a damning indictment of Somalia's readiness to handle imported arms. Security experts warned these weapons could soon reach al-Shabaab or ISIS. Diplomats cringed at the global embarrassment. For ordinary Somalis, the sight of neighbors armed with military-grade weapons was terrifying. The incident echoed past failures, but on a larger, more visible scale. Critics of the lifted UN arms embargo now had undeniable proof of its dangers. The looting turned a local crisis into an international warning. Somalia's fragile security was exposed for all to see. The SeaWorld seizure was more than a maritime drama. It was a flashpoint in the proxy war between Turkey and the UAE. Turkey backs the Somali federal government, training elite units and managing key infrastructure in Mogadishu. The UAE, meanwhile, supports Puntland, funding its police and developing Bosaso's port. The intercepted arms were destined for a Turkish-backed unit. The force that seized them was Emirati-trained. This was a direct clash of foreign interests, played out on Somali soil. The diplomatic fallout was swift, with Turkey warning Puntland of consequences. Somalia's internal divisions are now amplified by foreign rivalries. The SeaWorld incident made these proxy battles impossible to ignore. Somali leaders and citizens are caught in the crossfire of regional ambitions. The country's fate is increasingly shaped by outsiders. The SeaWorld chaos is a stark warning about the UN's decision to lift Somalia's arms embargo. The country's institutions remain too weak to control the flow of weapons. The intercepted shipment intended for the federal government was seized by a regional force acting independently. This isn't just bureaucracy, it's a symptom of a fragmented state. Weapons meant for national defense are seen as tools for factional advantage. The real danger: these arms will likely end up with al-Shabaab, ISIS, or on the black market. The cycle is vicious. Foreign partners send weapons, but weak oversight means they fuel more violence. Ordinary Somalis suffer most, trapped in insecurity. The promise of peace from lifting the embargo now looks hollow. Somalia faces a future where every new shipment risks empowering its enemies. The SeaWorld saga is a microcosm of Somalia's fractured reality. The country is a patchwork of rival authorities: Mogadishu's government, Puntland's semi-independence, and al-Shabaab's rule. Foreign powers exploit these divisions, arming their preferred factions. Turkey and the UAE's rivalry fuels Somali fragmentation, making unity elusive. Somali leaders act as proxies, deepening the crisis. The ship's seizure raises urgent questions. Is this security enforcement or political maneuvering? What are Turkey's true intentions? As long as Somalia is divided and foreign-backed, peace remains out of reach. The sea world may be docked, but the conflict it symbolizes is far from over.